fun and make a geeky gamer happy with a follow.
All right, so we're going to get some enchantments for Dawn Rex today. So let's look at how many medallions we have and where we can go ahead and get some enchantments. So right here behind Many Coins Bank, we have a little entranceway over here. Is it right here? No, right here on the other side. Ah, disoriented. So Many Coins Bank, and maybe it's one to the left. There we go. And so we have the Sage's Shop. Watch out for glowing areas on the ground when in combat. A red area means an enemy is using a powerful strike. Alright, so let's go visit the Sage. Brada the Sage.
There is so much to...
And they have, she has enchantments for 1,000 Astro Diamonds. And then a Soul Shield, Fortified Nature, Flash Freeze, Poison Thorn, Curse Burn. These are all combat enchantments for 250,000 each. And then there's a companion enchantment for 100,000 Astro Diamonds.
Like fire,
so since we got medallions, we're not going to go for that. Those are all rank 1. Need a refresher on your control buttons? Press the pad to see the button assignments. So we're going to go over to the vendor that has the medallion exchange for the enchantments and do that. Press the pad if you want to regenerate your health. You can use potions and stones of health, wait a while outside of combat, or join a party with a healer. Alright, let's go up there. Oop. This way? Yes, this way. There we go. Got my companion. I mean, my mount. So we're already heading over here to the Antique Scholar, Antiquity Scholar. And here, under Refinement, so if you have Astro Diamonds, I don't suggest you do this because one enchantment medallion is 40,000 Astro Diamonds. And we just saw, and then one enchantment pack, one enchantment rank 1 choice pack, which gives you one enchantment, is 30 medallions. So 30 times 40 equals a lot more than 1,000 Astro Diamonds that we just saw at the Sage shop. So next thing is if you have medallions, you can go ahead and buy some of these enchantments. So you have enchantment rank 1 choice pack, you have enchantment rank 2 choice pack, and then you have combat companion enchantments rank 3 choice packs, combat companion enchantment rank 4 choice pack. So what could be tricky here is that combat companion packs also say enchantment rank 3 pack. So you're not sure if they're necessarily separating combat companion from the enchantment. In other words, is it like this pack but also has combat and companion? That could be one thought by reading this. The thing is that they've actually done it differently. This contains combat and companion enchantments of rank 1. But this only contains combat, companion, and enchantments. So these two, you can't get an enchantment rank 3, a normal enchantment rank 3. So let's look at what that looks like. Over here in the character sheet, under enchantments, you can see you have all these normal enchantments on the left side. On the right side of the line, you have overloads, which are the normal overloads, and then you have a combat and a bonus. The last thing to note regarding these enchantments is the companions have 1 enchantment. So you can see I've already bought the enchantment with medallions, and in this case, I did this first because there's no choice, and I'll show you what that is now. Under here, so the big differentiator here is these are enchantments, just normal enchantments over here. This is a combat enchantment. This is a bonus enchantment, and under companions, this is a companion enchantment. All right. So essentially, there's 3 different types. So let's go over here. Well, 3 different types and a bonus. So if you go over here to the antiquities, you'll see that this says enchantment rank 1 choice pack. All right. So we need enchantments. I'm going to go with rank 2, the highest I can get. And let me see. So I shouldn't get one of these anymore. I got the companion. No, I don't have the combat. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me see if I did get the combat or not. Inventory. Forgot if I got the combat for some reason. Oh, I didn't get the combat because with the combats you have a choice. So here's the deal. Under the antiquities and refinement, I'm going to hear the combat. Do you want to buy 1 combat companion enchantment pack? Actually, let me see if I have that pack. I was looking for the actual enchantment, but maybe I have the pack here. I don't see the pack. No, I don't see the pack. Okay, so I need to buy 1 of these packs at least. So let's go to combat companion, and here's where we're going to do our analysis. All right, we bought that. Now we go over and see what's in it before we actually grab anything. So we're going to so under inspect, see, it doesn't say anything that's useful. So we're going to say open, but before we pick anything, we'll notice that it only has a companion enchantment, so there's no choice, only 1, and a choice of combat enchantments. But it does not have the regular enchantments, which these 2 packs do have. These 2 packs also have the companion, which we'll see now, and the combat enchantments at rank 1 and at rank 2. So you can get the combat and a companion rank 1 and rank 2 here. What you can't get is the normal enchantments that are in these. You can't get them in these 2 rank 3 and rank 4. So that's important in trying to make your decisions in terms of medallion exchange and whatnot. Okay, so so the final thing to note is that if you do have high level enchantments, like I had 15 level rank 15 level enchantments for the older ones, I did exchange them, but they're actually a lot more valuable in the auction house because people are looking to get those medallions that don't have patience, I suppose, and so they end up buying them, and you can make a lot of astral diamonds that way. Obviously, if you have the Astro Diamonds, you can get resources and whatnot, and just get your rank 1s at the Sage's shop for 100,000 Astro Diamonds, which is a lot cheaper than turning in your rank 15 enchantments for medallions. But either way, I did this way. So I didn't fully understand at the time, so I'm going with this. So the main difference I wanted to show here is that these enchantment packs have all, including the combat and companion, but at rank 1 and at rank 2. These do not have normal enchantments. Just to make it clear, let's look over here again. Normal enchantments being all of these. And then the other, the rank 3 and rank 4, include the combat and the companion one, which is this one. So all of them include enchantment for companions and the combat at the certain rank, but they do not include rank 3 and rank 4 packs do not include these. You're going to have to rank these up yourself from level 2 and up. So with that said, now we're looking basically at what we want to do in terms of what enchantment we want to get. So here we're going to again look at this, and then what I'm deciding, or I'm looking at getting possibly, is I really like when this one increases the damage reduction by 8%. So you got 4 of them. No, you got 3 of them that do that same thing, increases damage reduction by 8%. But then this one does, when you fall in combat, your soul shield will resurrect you and heal you for 80% of your maximum hit points. This effect can only trigger once every 60 seconds, right? So this is basically a resurrection stone. It gives you an extra life every 60 seconds without having to be without having to respawn or be revived. So I like this one. The second one, I'm thinking of this one for the healer. The next one it says is the damage reduction by 8%. So these are defensive, obviously. And this one was once per second when receiving damage. Each hit stacks a 2% increase to your defense, awareness, and deflect for 3 seconds. This effect can stack a maximum of 5 times and refreshes its duration when with each new stack. Upon reaching 5 stacks and after a 3-second delay, all stacks are consumed and you're healed for 6% of your maximum health. Actually, let me check if I have the stream set correctly. Yep, set to Neverwinter. Okay. I keep putting the stream on without changing the game I'm on. Okay. So then this next one also increases damage reduction by 8%. But on receiving damage, you have a 10% chance to apply 60% slow and 4% reduced outgoing damage to target. This effect lasts 5 seconds and stacks 3 times. So that has a nice debuff of 4% damage reduction to your target. The only thing is it has a 10% chance. So it's not always on. So let's look at the rest of them. So there's 3 others. The 3 others are more offensive. So you'll see your at will encounter and daily powers burn your foe for a magnitude 6 damage as fire damage every 1 second for 3 seconds. If the target is already affected by a cursed burn, you have a 10% chance to make them explode, dealing magnitude 12 damage as poison damage to nearby foes. This effect can occur no more than every 10 seconds. Increased damage by 8. So all of these have that second one, increased damage by 8%. So these are decrease damage by 8. These are increased damage by 8. All right, very good. Now, this one does the fire damage. This one, instead, your at-will encounter powers must your at-will encounter and daily powers cause the target enemy to take magnitude 20 as poison damage after 4 seconds. Target enemy's movement speed is reduced by 8%. This effect stacks up to 3 times and lasts for 4 seconds. So you got your poison effects here. And then, let's see, 2% damage. Where does it say? Is it any percent here? So the percent here is just the movement speed. So I would say, does it say chance anywhere? No, it doesn't say chance. So I would say this poison one is better than this one, because the curse burn, you have a 10% chance to make them explode, dealing magnitude. So that second part happens only 1/10 of the time. So it's not, I don't consider it as good as this. But now let's see the last one. Your at-will encounter and daily powers generate a shield equal to magnitude 8 damage. This effect may stack up to 20 times and last 10 seconds. So in this case, you have both offensive and you have defensive. Because in this case, you're generating a shield. And it can stack up. Let me see. Powers generate a shield equal to magnitude 8 damage. This effect can stack up to 20 times and last 10 seconds. Okay, so and then you have the increased damage. So this one's kind of both an offense and defense at the same time, if you want to consider it that, even though it's primarily an offense. I'm gonna say that out of the ones that I like, burns your foes with magnitude 6 damage as fire damage every 1 second for 3 seconds. That's a short duration. If the target is already affected by cursed burn, so this is the cursed burn. So all you have to do is hit it once, and then you have a 10% chance for them to explode, dealing magnitude 12 damage as poison damage to nearby foes. This effect may occur no more than once every 10 seconds. So you can just expect at least every 10 shots that you'll have one explosion, more or less on average. And the duration, of course, is at will encounter. So as long as you're doing your at wills and encounters, this is happening pretty much all the time. All right, so now the poison thorn. Your at will encounter the hardest target magnitude 20 damage. So this is higher damage, right? This magnitude is 6 damage every 1 second for 3 seconds. This is magnitude 20 as poison damage after 4 seconds. Target take magnitude 20 damage as poison damage after 4 seconds. Okay, so this is a slower acting. Target enemy movement speed is reduced by 8%. This effect stacks 3 times. Okay, I'm gonna lean towards the curse burn, since it could essentially be active all the time as you're using your at-wills. And then of course this shield can last 10 seconds. I don't see a cooldown. That effect may stack up to 20 times and last 10 seconds. So I imagine you start shooting again, you may have shield pretty much all the time, as long as you take that next shot pretty quick. So I'd say my first favorite is this soul shield for the healer. I don't like it for the DPS. Deflect is nice. Let me see what else here. You have 10% chance to apply it 60% slow and 4% reduced outgoing damage to the target. I like the debuff a lot. So this is also defensive. And it's a nice debuff when you're in a team situation. This is very this is sort of just in case you go down, but my philosophy on going down is, if you're in a situation, it's very rare that the whole team is doing well and you go down for some unusual reason. It does happen, but but it's more rare than the whole team is doing bad and you go down and the team just can't handle it, and therefore being able to revive once is all it's going to do is revive you one time. You're going to be alone. The rest of the team is not going to be doing much, and it's not going to be very useful to be able to revive. So I'm going to probably lean towards flash freeze, and for the Arbiter, I'm going to lean towards Cursed Burn. So, given that that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and get the Cursed Burn for now. Take reward, and let's go ahead and equip that. So we've equipped it. Let's make sure it's equipped in our character sheet. So yeah, you can see it's here, equipped. Now, equip an item. So this bonus, that's one of the questions I have. Let's go ahead and focus on enchantments real quick, and let's get another enchantment since we got plenty of them to go through. R2, and like we said, we can't get enchantments from either of these 2 packs, so we're gonna have to go for the 2 purchase. And let's look at that real quick before we get any more. There it is. All right, so enchantment choice pack. Let's take a quick look before we actually purchase anything. Let's confirm a couple of things. Number one, let's confirm that there is a companion enchantment, even though it does say companion in it. And then it does also have the combat. So these are the 3 we were looking at, except they're, of course, rank 2 rather than rank 3 or 4, right? So here's a flash freeze, same thing, just the times. For example, we were looking at rank 4, and those were increased damage reduction by 8%. In this case, since it's a rank 2, it increases damage reduction by 4%. In my particular case, I'm not interested in rank 2 anything for combat or the companion. Number 1, because I already have them right now, and number 2, because I was able to get rank 4 of those. The important thing to highlight here is that you cannot, I repeat, you cannot get these the important thing to highlight here is that you cannot get the bonus enchantment that we're looking at right here, right? Or any of these regular enchantments in the rank 3 or rank 4 enchantment packs. So that's the big difference. The rank 1 and rank 2 contain all of the variations, including the bonus, right? So you can see the bonuses here. So let's go over the bonus now that we're talking about that. So this is the last enchantment. So you have a couple of bonuses here, and they start right after the enchantments. So the first one is action point gain, very important, in particular for the healer. You have stamina regen. Depending on how you play, that's very important or not. Movement bonus. I tend to not think that that's very important, but I see a lot of people running around quick, so that may be important to some of you. Gold bonus. Good when you need gold. Depends. The game changes. Sometimes it puts more emphasis and less emphasis on gold. Right now, we don't need gold to move enchantments around, so there's a little bit of a less emphasis. I'm not quite sure if there is another reason to have gold. I have plenty of gold right now. Not very important to me. Recharge bonus. I think recharge speed is very important. And then there's nothing else. So the 2 most important to me are recharge bonus and action point bonus. So I'm probably going to get 1 of each. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the recharge bonus, and I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go ahead and equip it. I'm going to use the character screen to actually see what we're doing. Equip, and we have 1. All right, so we have now a bonus In this case, recharge speed. All right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more regular enchantments. So let's go ahead and purchase those. Hopefully I've explained more or less reasonably understandable what's the difference here. These two contain combat, bonus, and regular enchantments. These two contain only combat and companion enchantments. They do not contain any regular enchantment. At least that was a confusion for me. If it's not for you, great, awesome, more power to you. I'm explaining it in case somebody else, it might be helpful. All right, the next thing, we're gonna buy 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the way I'm going to get the next enchantments is by looking at my character sheet. And this will change depending on, I mean, based on the next equipment that I end up getting, possibly from the next campaign. But the first thing I want to do is I want to see what my stats are. And you know that number at on the right, it says 80% for my power. So the goal here is to have those at 90%. All right, so the most important stats to me are power, accuracy, critical strike, critical severity. I like my critical severity being high here. Defense is important. Crit avoidance is important. Deflect and deflect severity is, you know, pretty high up there. Forte is very important. So Forte, I'm going to say, is the one that I want to increase the most at this time. So we're going to look at what we can do there, because you only have 4 offense and you have only 4 defense and 1 utility. So this type of enchantment, the Jade Enchantment, has critical strike as offense, and you know, obviously that's what I'm using it for. You have 900 critical avoidance plus if you use it as defense, and you have 900 outgoing healing if you use it as utility. I will probably use this one in my healer, in the healer loadout under utility. All right, so I went with critical strike. Let me look over here so we can get a good sense of some of our things. Okay, so this contributes, charisma contributes to, oh, I'm gonna put it up. Charisma contributes to Forte. And recharge speed. So I want to get more of that. Dexterity is for critical severity. So I'm going to kind of go along the lines of what I've already beefed up here in the stats. Critical severity and Forte. So let's do that. Let's look at our... And of course you could do it whichever way you want. There's a lot of ways to do it. We're going to open up here and go with... we're looking at offense right now, so critical severity, power. We already have a good amount of power. Deflect, critical strike, which is what I picked for the first one. And I think I'm going to go with Forte. Looks like I can't get Forte. Is that the case? Let's see. Okay, we can get Forte in the utility spot. Alright, so we only have one of those. So I already know that I want some of that, so I'm going to go ahead and take that for that first one. Next, I'm going to concentrate again on offense. Open, and I think I'm just going to load up on critical severity. Let me see what other offense there is. There's power. Maybe I should balance it. Oh, sorry, this is severity. Okay, I'm going to load up on critical strike. So let's do critical strike. Open. Another critical strike. And another critical strike. So let's see if we are where we think we are. Enchantments, offense. We're gonna go with critical strike, strike, and critical strike. And then utility, we're gonna go with forte. And now we're gonna have to make a decision with defense. We haven't looked at those yet. Let's see what we got. Inventory. Let's look at our 4 packs. Open. We are looking at defense. Alright. For defense, we have deflex severity. I like that. We have regular defense. Ah, I didn't see this. The offense is lower on this one. Is in the second slot in this one. So accuracy, I missed the whole thing on accuracy. Critical strike, this is fine. Critical avoidance is what we can get here. We can get awareness. Fine with that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with a mixture of defense. So 2 of these for sure. Take. Open. And another defense. Take, because we need to crank that up. And then deflection, that's a good one. I think I'm just gonna go with pure deflect. I mean, rather pure defense. That's my thought right now. So open. I'm gonna go defense again. Take. Alright. So let's look at our character. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So, oh, wait, did I not do that? Okay, here we go, 4. Alright, so we're loaded up. And this is the best you can get with medallions on this side. And for these 4 is the best you can get. This is obviously a rank 2 also. Alright. So let's see if we are able to refine anything. Alright, so the first thing first, we have plenty of this and we have plenty of gold. We need 4 glyphs of potency, and this is where it says 0% chance. I'm not sure if that's because of the glyph of potency or because we don't have motes. So we're going to look for what we have in terms of motes. So that concludes that section of the refinement stones. And let's go ahead and see if our legacy campaign
Each week, my visions will require
vendor has any of the things that we need. So we have the glyphs of potency. So let's see what events are available. Schultz, trade bar store, discount. Okay. So we may have some of these at the trade bar. We're gonna have to see what's most important to us. I think you can do it directly. Let me see. Yeah.
Hail, adventurer!
Alright, so is there enchantments in here? There used to be.
Oh, if so,
Consumables,
I
mounts
have
and
many fine
insignias.
goods for sale.
Oops. Mounts and insignias. Artifacts, equipment. Alright. Let's just take a good look at all of them. consumables, mounts, companions, artifacts. Okay. These are a consideration. We don't have that many trade bars. Actually, how many days do we have? This might be a good time to use our boxes. Okay, so how many days do we have? Trade bars. We have 5 days on this, so it's not a specific hurry, but we don't want to miss it. So let's go ahead and look at. I see trade bars. We want to open our lock boxes. So let's open these lock boxes. Wish me luck. Open. All right. Got 48. Okay, so let's. So we're getting trade bars, so that's the reason why I'm doing this. Not getting a lot of trade bars for some reason. One more of these. 500 Tarmaline trade bars. So that was a good one. I like that one. All right, so we should have some more trade bars. The idea here is to see how much they cost. Oh, we don't have. Saw these artifacts, so that's one of the things I was looking at. Bought equipment, cleric. Let's see if there's anything new. I have these low level artifacts equipped, but I have higher level artifacts than these. So let's go to fashion. Anything new? Dye. What is this? Fragments. Is this even a thing anymore? Maybe these are just legacy. Alright. So it doesn't seem like there's anything in the trade. Let's look one more time. There's no enchantments here. So the only thing that I could get that might be worth anything might be one of these defensive. Okay. Okay. So not there. So we would have to get the refinement material from the legacy campaign section here. And we're also gonna run some content to see what's dropping now. So we're gonna have to get these glyphs from here. So I'm gonna get 4. Just because we need those. And I want to see how that menu changes. That would be under character sheet. And look here and say refine. So we have what we need here, here, here. The question is, how do we get these motes? So obtain motes from the Sage shop by adventuring or from the Zen market. All right, let me see what they are at the Sage shop just to understand that. Sage shop. Where are these motes? Where are these motes? Motes, 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 where are they? Well, I don't see the motes. Oh, this is not the Sage shop. That's why. That's the antiquities. Let's go to the Sage shop. Sage shop should be over here somewhere. One more.
There is so much.
Alright, let's see, where are the modes? 50,000 each. Okay, so let's see, increases the upgrade chance by 1% during the refinement process. This item is consumed on any successful upgrade attempts where it is used as a component. Alright, so that's the issue. That's quite expensive. So if you want to raise your chance up, just 2% is 100,000. So that's going to be quite expensive. Right, so
Magic is like
that's
fire.
no fun.
The tiniest spark can become
Okay.
a raging inferno.
Well, with all that done, let's go ahead and see the new campaign to have an idea what that's like. To learn more about a specific quest, open up the journal through the main menu. Oh yeah. Different classes have different ways to gain action points. Generally, dealing damage and performing your selected combat role will get you closer to your next daily. Taking quite a while to be able to get on my mount here. Okay, let's go. Alright, so this is the old campaign here. Let's see what our journal says. Forging a shield, Dragon Veil. Set quest path. Oop, the other way. Oh, okay. Dragon Veil. First time going. Seeing it here first. At least the first for me. Potions and other consumables can be attached to your belt slots and can be used with the D-pad. There are several different types of consumables that can be purchased from stores, such as potions and kits. Don't forget to use them to your advantage. Look at Dragon Veil. Aha. Let me turn up my sounds. What's going on here? Almost getting run over. Alright, let's set this as a teleport location. Get on our mount. And what's the first piece of this quest right here? Talk to Elminster.
Good to see you, my friend. Were circumstances not so dire, I'd request you indulge me in some idle banter. Another familiar face
Forging a shield
come to join our
complete.
efforts in the Dragonbone Vale, I see. I trust the journey wasn't too rough on you. My old friend Geisen Traxia was kind enough to lend me a ride through the worst of it. The terrain in this part of the Sword Mountains is utter treachery. It's no wonder we lost track of the cult, but that's neither here nor there. Let me know when you're settled in. We have a great deal of work ahead of us.
Alright, complete quest.
Yes. Where were we?
The
This
Shield of the
encampment
North.
is the center of operations for our grand alliance between the factions of Faerûn.
So these are all the new
We're
currencies.
calling it the Shield of the North. And believe me, it was quite a feat getting the lot of them to agree on anything, much less a name. But I digress. You'll find some familiar faces here. Zuna is overseeing the supply routes for the factions. Traxia is standing right here next to me, and Kuvatos is brooding somewhere, per usual. He's researching a troubling phenomenon called dragon sight. A tad obsessed, if you ask me. Go on, take a look around, and let people know you're here to help.
I will accept. The Forgotten Vale.
What little we know of the Dragonbone Vale comes from Traxia. Ridges divide this region into 4 distinct neighborhoods. Etrian has taken the Emerald Enclave into the wooded area aptly named Whetstone Thicket. Sergeant Knox and the Lord's Alliance have set up camp amidst the crags and dwarven
Report to the
ruins
Ford
of
outpost.
Quellwater Tarn. The Order of the Gauntlet can be found with Celeste in Wormbone Marrows, a rocky landscape carpeted with dragon remains. Beyond those neighborhoods lies a ruinous expanse surrounded by an expanding wall of corruption, the Scale Blight Summit. That's where the cult is feeding energy to the Mythalar. While the Harpers and I plan our attack, you should locate each of these factions and make them aware of your presence.
Alright, we're going to accept that. Forgotten Vale. Alright, what's next?
A warm welcome to you, friend of Elminster.
Gizentraxia, is that you?
It is indeed I, Enchantments, the dragon who assisted Elminster in his investigations of the Weave. We are up against the cult, so I've assumed a more compact form. Hopefully it will reduce shock amongst newcomers who join us. My investment here is personal. The cult has been spreading corruption through the caverns that run beneath the Dragonbone Vale. I also have reason to believe they've done something to my mate, Halhaverathine. Please do let me know if you find details of my beloved's whereabouts.
I will.
Halhaverathine, my beloved, what have the cultists done to you?
Alright, so that has been what I have done with my enchantments, as you saw live. Hopefully that, if you had any questions on what to do with your old enchantments and the new enchantments and what's contained in the packs, I hope that helped. I know it took me a while to figure what I wanted to do, how I was going to do it, and even then I ended up exchanging for medallions, which I think in the long run might not have been the best plan. It certainly devalued the rank 15 enchantments that I had, but I'm happy with what I've got right now, and I look forward to playing the new campaign very soon. I hope you all are having a good one, and I look forward to seeing you soon.